Samsaradava nalalita loka Tranaya karunya kana kana tum Praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya Vande Guroshi Charanarvindam Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nritya Gita Vaditra Madhyam Manasora Sena Romanchakam Pashutaranga Pacho Vande Guroshi Charanarvindam Shivikrahara Dhananitya Nana Shingaratam Mantiramarjanado Yutasya Bhaktam Chaniyunjatopi Vande Guroshi Charanarvindam Chaturvidhashi Bhagavat Prasada Swadvanna Tripta Hari Bhakta Sangha Kritaiva Triptim Padatasadaiva Vande Guroshi Charanarvindam Shiradhika Mahatavayorapara Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Namnam Patikshana Swatanalolupasya Vande Guroshi Charanarvindam Pratikshana Swatanalolupasya Vande Guroshi Charanarvindam Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Sitai Yayadi Pir Yuktira Pesaniya Tatrati Dakshad Ativallabhasya Vande Guroshi Charanarvindam Sashatharitena Samasta Shastre Uttasthatha Bhaviteva Sadvihi Kintu Prabhoya Priyaeva Tasya Vande Guroshi Charanarvindam Yasya prasada bhagavat prasado Yasya prasada nagati kutopi Dhyayanstu vamstasya yashasti santhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hare Hare Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopa Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita. Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Nila Madhava Nila Madhava Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Nila Madhava Nila Madhava Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman. Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha. Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nittai Gaura Hari Bolo Hari Bolo Hari Bolo Nittai Gaura Hari Bolo. Jai Om Shri Pada Brahmamsa Pradika Acharya Shtota Shata Shishma This Divine Grace Aparchana Vrinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON BBTPI founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Shri Pada Brahmamsa Pradika Acharya Shtota Shata Shishma This Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Gauti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Premise Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Dadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrajabhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Shri Purushottam Chetar Jagannath-puri Dham Ki Jai. Shri Ayodhya Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Samavrita Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Harinama Sankirtana Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Namaste Narasimhaya नरसिम्हा परतो नरसिम्हा यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिम्हा बाहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरे नाकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गां केशवतीर्थ नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवतीर्था नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय
गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नंदाय तुलसी देवाय केशवासत्य कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो ए अभिलाषी राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो ए अभिलाषी ये तो मारा शरणलोय रावंच पूर्ण होय कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावनवासी मुराए विलास कुंज दियो वास आयाने रिबो सदा युगल रूपरासी निवेदनादार साकिरानुगाट करो ये निवेदनादार साकिरानुगाट करो सेवादि कर दिए करो निज दासी सेवाधिकार दिए करो निज दासी दीन कृष्ण दासे को ये नामुरा होय दीन कृष्ण दासे को ये नामुरा होय श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदाए नवासी श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदाए नवासी श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदाए नवासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्यादीनि कानि च तानि तानि प्राणाशन्ति प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्राणाशन्ति प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे यानि यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्राणाशन्ति प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय वृंदा देवी, जय वृंदा देवी, जय वृंदा देवी, जय वृंदा देवी. निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, निताय गौर हरि बोल.
also grant me residence in the precious groves of Shiva and Davanatam. Thus within my vision I shall behold the beautiful pastime of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me follow a careful dancer's virtue. Please give me the privileged devotional service and make me your own maidservant. This very fallen and lowly servant of Krishna prays. May I always swim in the love of Shri Radha and Govinda. Srimati Tulasi Maharani ki jai. There are 10 offenses in the matter of chanting holy name that should be avoided, and they are as follows. 1. To blaspheme devotees who dedicate their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of the demigods, Lord Shiva or Brahma, to be equal to independent name Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature pursuant the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name. 8. To consider chanting Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritual activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma, kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of holy name. 10. To not complete faith in the chanting holy names, and to maintain material attachments in understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims a Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve desired success. Krishna Prema. Now let us offer most humble obeisances on all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just as I trees who can fulfill to everyone. They are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Shri Chaitanya Shastakam ki jai. Cheto Darpana Marjanam Pavamahadavajni Nirvapanam Shriya Kairava Chantrika Vitaranam Vidyavatu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamita Swadanam Sarvatmasnapanam Paravijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakadi Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatra Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha Etatishi Tava Kripa Bhagavam Mamapi Durudeva Mi Desham Iha Janina Nurakaha Turinatapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manatena Kirtaniya Sata Harihi Na Thanam Na Chanam Na Sundarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Kamaye Mama Jamani Jamani Shvare Bhavata Bhaktir Haituki Tavai Ayinanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Ham Vishame Bhavam Puto Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Sthita Duri Satisham Vichintaya Nayanam Kaladashuru Taraya Vadanam Katkata Rudaya Gira Pulakai Nichitam Vapurkata Tava Nama Grahane Bhavishati Yuga itam nimishena chakshusha pravisha itam shunya itam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me ashrisha padaratam pinnashtumam atarshanam marmahatam karotu va yatha tatha va vitathatu lampato mat prananatastu sa eva na paraha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Chaitanya Shastakam ki jai. Glory to the Shri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes fire of conditional life or repeated birth and death. This Sankirtana movement is the prime benediction of humanity in the large, because it spreads a rays on the benediction moon. It is life of all transcendental knowledge. It is increased ocean transcendent bliss, and enable us to fully taste the nectar for which always anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone grants all benediction to human beings. Thus we have hundreds of millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In your transcendent names you have vested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out kindness enable us to easily approach you by holy names, but I am so unfortunate I have no attraction for them. One should chant holy name of the Lord in humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more taller than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor to desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your cause, this devotional service, birth after birth. O son of Mahajananda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow I fall into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of Adam to your lotus feet. O my Lord, won't my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? Won't my voice choke up? Won't the hairs of my body stand at the recitation of your name? O Govinda, feeling on separation, I'm considered a moment to be like a great millennium. Tears are flowing from eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipable Lord, unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam ki jai. Shri Mangala Charna prayers ki jai. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshum Mritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripaptaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jala Premadya Shri Rupa Nuga Bhaktita Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vikrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dina Darine Rupanuka Virudapa Siddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Saksha Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasam Bodhe Padam Pujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuka Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumistvam Nirdishta Sajana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarabhama Shri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpa Durupyascha Kripa Sindhu Pyevacha Patitanam Panebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakham Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karna Sindho Dinapanto Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Sratoro Pango Mamamanda Mater Kati Masarvasva Padam Bojo Radha Madana Mohano Divya Vindadanya Kalpadurmada Shimadra Nagara Singhasanasto Shimadratha Shila Govinda Devo Prishtaribi Sevamano Smarami Shiman Rasa Rasarambi Vamsi Vata Tatastitaha Karsham Venu Staner Gopir Gopinatha Shiyestunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Panamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Dadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Mangala Chana prayers ki jai. Shri Paramasamhita ki jai. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadya Radya Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam จินตามณีภรครสัตมสุขปวิกษลักษาวิเทชุสุรบีระปีปาลยันตัมลักษมีสหัสชตสัมประมเสวมานัมโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิเวนุงขนันธรรมรวินตตลายตาक्षมปารหาวตัมสมสิตัมพุทธสุนทรังกัมกันตารปโกติกมณียวิเศษโชภัมโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิอาโลลชันตคลสวนามาเดวัมชิรานังกตัมพนยเกลิกลาวิลาสัมชามันทิปังกลริตัมยตประกาชัมโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิอังกานิยัสสะสกเลนติเรวริติมันติปชันติปันติขลยันติจิรัมจักันติอานันตชิมมัยสตุจลวิกรหัสสะโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิอตุยธรรมโชธรรมนาติมนันตรูปัมอาเดียมปุราณปุรุชัมนวโยวนัมจะเวเตชุตุลปัมมตุลปัมอาตมปักโตโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิปันทาสุโคทิชตวัสสรสัมปรกามิววายุรธาพิมานโสมุนิปังกวานัมโสเปียสติยัพปปตัสสิเมวิชินตตัตเวโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิเอโคเปียสอรชัยตุมจักตันตโคติมยาชักติรัสติจักตันตจยายตันตหะอันตันตรัสตปรมานุชยันตรัสธัมโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิยัดภาวภาวิทติโยมนุจาสเทวะสัมภาพยรูปมหิมาสนยานปูชาสุขตยัมเอวนิกมาปฏิไตสตุวันติโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิอานันตชิมมรสปฏิภาวิตาปิสตาเพเอวันจรูปตยาคลาภิหิโกโลกเอวันิวัสสทิเคลาธมบุตโตโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิพรีมันจนะชุรุทภักติเวโลชเนนะสันตสเตวหิตเยชุเวโลขยันติยัมชามสุนดมชินเทกุณสวรูปัมโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิรามาดิมุติชุขลานยเมนทิชทันนานาวตารมคโรปุวเนชุกินตุคริชณสวยัมสมปวะปรมภุมังโยโกวินดัมมาดิปุรุชัมธรรมหัมปจามิ Krishna, who is not Govinda, the Supreme Godhead, has an eternal blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desire in abodes built with spiritual germs, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or gopis.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head decked with peacock's feather, with a figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, around whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers, beautified with the moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with the flute and jeweled ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, whose graceful threefold bending form of Shyam Sundar is eternally manifest.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, truth, substantiality, and is thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs, and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universes, both spiritual and mundane.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas, but obtainable by pure and loyal devotion of the soul, who is without a second, who is not subject to decay, is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning, and the eternal Purusha, yet he is a person possessing the beauty of blooming youth. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the transcendental and betake themselves to pranayama by drilling the respiration, the respiration, or by the jnanis who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years.
He is an undifferentiated entity, as there is no distinction between potency and the possessor thereof. In his work of creation of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable. All the universes exist in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that are scattered throughout the universe at one and the same time. Such is the primeval Lord whom I adore.
I adore the same Govinda, the primeval Lord, in whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing their mantra success told by the Vedas by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, thrones, conveyances, and ornaments.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency possessed of the 64 artistic activities, in the company of her confidantes, Sakhis, embodiments of the extensions of her bodily form, permeated and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Syamasundara Krishna himself with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts with the eye of devotion tinged with the salve of love.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who manifested himself personally as Krishna and the different avatars in the world in the forms of Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, etc. as his subject to portions. Sri Brahma Samhita ki jai. Bhagavad Gita 7.1 purport. Shrinvatam swakata Krishna punya sravana kirtanaha hridayanta hi stohi apadrani vidinoti suhrat satam nasta prayesva abadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki tada rajastamo bhava kama lobha dayaschaye cheta eter anavidam sitam satve prasidati evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogatah भगवत तत्व विज्ञानम मुक्त संगस्य जायते विद्यते हृदय ग्रंथि सिद्ध्यन्ते सर्व संशयाः क्षीयन्ते च कर्माणि दृष्टा एवात्मनीश्वरे.
To hear about Krishna from Vedic literature or to hear from him directly through the Bhagavad Gita is itself righteous activity, and for one who hears about Krishna, Lord Krishna, who is dwelling in everyone's heart, acts as a best wishing friend and purifies the devotee who constantly engages in hearing of him.
In this way, a devotee naturally develops his dormant transcendental knowledge. As he hears more about Krishna from the Bhagavatam and from the devotees, he becomes fixed in the devotional service of the Lord.
By development of devotional service, one becomes freed from the modes of passion and ignorance, and thus material lusts and avarice are diminished.
When these impurities are wiped away, the candidate remains steady in his position of pure goodness, becomes enlivened by devotional service, and understands the science of God perfectly. Thus, Bhakti Yoga severs the hard knot of material affection and enables one to come at once to the stage of asamsaya, samagram, understanding of the Supreme Absolute Truth, Personality of Godhead. Therefore, only by hearing from Krishna or from his devotee into Krishna consciousness can one understand the science of Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We'll continue reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16, Text 16. सारथ्य प्रसाद सेवना सख्य दौत्य विरासानूनगामना स्तवन प्रणामान स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत्प्रणीत pranatim cha Vishnor bhaktim karoti patischarana vinde. Saratya, acceptance of the post of a chariot driver. Parasada, acceptance of the presidency in the assembly of the Rajasuya sacrifice. Sevana, engaging the mind constantly in the service of the Lord. Sakya, to think of the Lord as a friend. Dautya, acceptance of the post of a messenger. Virasana, acceptance of the post of a watchman with a drawn sword at night. Anugamana, following in the footsteps. Stavana, offering of prayers. Pranaman, offering obeisances. Snikteshu, unto them who are malleable to the will of the Lord. Pandusu, unto the sons of Pandu. Jagat, the universal. Pranatim, one who is obeyed. Cha, and Vishnu, of Vishnu. Bhaktim, devotion. Karoti, does. Ndrapati, the king. Charanara Vinde, unto his lotus feet. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Maharaj Parikshit heard that out of his causeless mercy, Lord Krishna, Vishnu, who is universally obeyed, rendered all kinds of service to the malleable sons of Pandu by accepting posts ranging from chariot driver to president to messenger, friend, night watchman, etc., according to the will of the Pandavas, obeying them like a servant and offering obeisances like one younger in years. When he heard this, Maharaj Parikshit became overwhelmed with devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Krishna is everything to the unalloyed devotees like the Pandavas. The Lord was for them the Supreme Lord, the spiritual master, the worshipable deity, the guide, the chariot driver, the friend, the servant, the messenger, and everything they could conceive of, and thus the Lord also reciprocated the feelings of the Pandavas. Maharaj Parikshit, as a pure devotee of the Lord, could appreciate the Lord's transcendental reciprocation of the feelings of his devotees, and thus he himself also was overwhelmed with the dealings of the Lord, simply by appreciating the dealings of the Lord with his pure devotees. One can attain salvation. The Lord's dealings with his devotees appear to be ordinary human dealings, but one who knows them in truth becomes at once eligible to go back to Godhead. The Pandavas were so malleable to the will of the Lord that they could sacrifice any amount of energy for the service of the Lord, and by such unalloyed determination they could secure the Lord's mercy in any shape they desired.
Text 17, Canto 1, Chapter 16. Tasyaivam vardamanasya purvesham vrittim anvaham nati dure kila charyam yadasitan nibodame. Tasya of Maharaj Parikshit, evam thus, vardamanasya, remaining absorbed in such thought, purvesham, of his forefathers, vrittim, good engagement, anvaham, day after day, no, not, atidure, far off, kila, verily, ascharyam, astonishing, yat, that, asit, was, tat, which, niboda, know it, may, from me. Translation. Now you may hear from me of what happened while Maharaja Parikshit was passing his days hearing of the good occupations of his forefathers and being absorbed in thought of them.
Text 18. Dharma padaikena charan vichayamupalabhyagam pritchati smashru vadanam vivatsamiva mataram. Dharma, the personality of religious principles. Pada, leg, ekena, on one only. Charan, wandering. Vichayam, overtaken by the shadow of grief. Upalabhya, having met. Gam, the cow. Prichati, sma, asked. Ashruvadanam, with tears on the face. Vivatsam, one who has lost her offspring. Iva, like. Mataram, the mother. Translation. The personality of religious principles, Dharma, was wandering about in the form of a bull, and he met the personality of earth in the form of a cow who appeared to grieve like a mother who had lost her child. She had tears in her eyes, and the beauty of her body was lost. Thus, Dharma questioned the earth as follows. Purport. The bull is the emblem of the moral principle, and the cow is the representative of the earth. When the bull and the cow are in a joyful mood, it is to be understood that the people of the world are also in a joyful mood. The reason is that the bull helps production of grains in the agricultural field and the cow delivers milk, the miracle of aggregate food values. The human society, therefore, maintains these two important animals very carefully so that they can wander everywhere in the cheerfulness. But at the present moment, in this age of Kali, both the bull and the cow are now being slaughtered and eaten up as foodstuff by a class of men who do not know the Brahmanical culture. The bull and the cow can be protected for the good of all human society simply by the spreading of Brahmanical culture as the topmost perfection of all cultural affairs. By advancement of such culture, the morale of society is properly maintained, and so peace and prosperity are also attained without extraneous effort. When Brahmanical culture deteriorates, the cow and bull are mistreated, and the resultant actions are prominent by the following symptoms.
Dharma uvacha kachit bhadrena mayam atmanaste vichayasi mlayate sadmukena alakshaye bhavatim antaradim dure bandhum sochasi kanchanamba.
Dharma uvacha, Dharma inquired, Kachit, whether, Bhadre, madam, Anamayam, quite hale and hearty, Atmanaha, self, Te, unto you, Vichaya, Asi, appear to be covered with the shadow of grief, Mlyayata, which darkens, Ishat, slightly, Mukhena, by the face, Alakshaye, you look, Bhavatim, unto yourself, Antaradhim, some disease within, Dure, long distant, Bandhum, friend, Shochasi, thinking of, Kanchana, someone, Amba, O mother. Translation. Dharma, in the form of a bull, asked, Madam, are you not hale? Are you not hale and hearty? Why are you covered with the shadow of grief? It appears by your face that you have become black. Are you suffering from some internal disease, or are you thinking of some relative who is away in a distant place? Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The people of the world in this age of Kali are always full of anxieties. Everyone is diseased with some kind of ailment. From the very faces of the people of this age, one can find out the index of the mind. Everyone feels the absence of his relative who is away from home. The particular symptom of the age of Kali is that no family is now blessed to live together. To earn a livelihood, the father lives at a place far away from the son, or the wife lives far away from the husband, and so on. There are sufferings from internal distances, separation from those near and dear, and anxieties for maintaining the status quo. These are but some important factors which make the people of this age always unhappy.
Text 20. Paden Nunam so chasimai kapadam atmanam va vishla yet bokshamanam aho suradin hridayagna bagan Praja Utashvin Magavatyas Shati Pade, by 3 legs, Nunam, diminished, so chasi, if you are lamenting for that, my, ek Ekapadam, only one leg. Atmanam, Atmanam, own body. Va, or Rish, Rishalay, by the unlawful meat eaters. Bhokshya manam, to be exploited. Aho, in sacrifice. Sura Adin, the authorized demigods. Hrita Yagna, devoid of sacrificial. Bhagan, share. Prajaha, the living beings. Uta, increasing. Svit, weather. Magavati, in famine and scarcity. Avarshati, because of rainlessness. Translation. I've lost my 3 legs and arm, and I'm standing only on one only. Are you lamenting for my state of existence, or are you in great anxiety because henceforward the unlawful meat eaters will exploit you? Or are you in a sorry plight because the demigods are now bereft of their share of sacrificial offerings, because no sacrifices are being performed at present? Or are you grieving for living beings because of their suffering due to famine and drought?
Purport. With the process of the age of Kali, 4 things particularly, namely the duration of life, mercy, the power of recollection, and moral or religious principles will gradually diminish. Since dharma or the principles of religion would be lost in the proportion of 3 out of 4, the symbolic bull was standing on 1 leg only. When 3/4 of the population of the whole world becomes irreligious, the situation is covered into hell for the animals. In the age of Kali, godless civilizations will create so many so-called religious societies in which the personality of Godhead will be directly or indirectly defied, and thus faithless societies of men will make the world uninhabitable for the saner section of people. There are gradations of human beings in terms of proportionate faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The first class faithful men are the Vaishnavas and the Brahmanas, then the Kshatriyas, then the Vaishyas, and then the Sudras, then the Mlechas, the Vyavanas, and at last the Chandalas. The degradation of the human instinct beings from the Mlechas and the Chandala state of life is the last word in human degradation. All the above terms mentioned in the Vedic literatures are never meant for any particular community or birth. They are different qualifications of human beings in general. There is no question of birthright or community. One can acquire the respective qualifications by one's own efforts, and thus the son of a Vaishnava can become a Mlecha, or the son of a Chandala can become more than a Brahmana, all in terms of their association and intimate relation with the Supreme Lord. The meat eaters are generally called Mlechas, but all meat eaters are not Mlechas. Those who accept meat in terms of scriptural injunctions are not Mlechas, but those who accept meat without restriction are called Mlechas. Beef is forbidden in the scriptures, and the bulls and cows are offered special protection by followers of the Vedas. But in the age of Kali, people will exploit the body of the bull and the cow as they like, and thus they will invite sufferings of various types. The people of this age will not perform any sacrifice. The major population will care very little for performances of sacrifices, although performance of sacrifice is essential for persons who are materially engaged in sense enjoyment. In the Bhagavad Gita, performance of sacrifices is strongly recommended. Bhagavad Gita 3.14 to 16.
The living beings are created by the Creator Brahma, and just to maintain the created living beings being progressively towards the path back to Godhead, the system of performing sacrifice is also created by Him. The system is that living beings live on the produce of grains and vegetables, and by eating such foodstuff, they give vital power of the body, the shape of blood and semen. From blood and semen, one living being is able to create another living being. But the production of grain, grass, etc. becomes possible by rain. And this rain is made to shower properly by performance of recommended sacrifices. Such sacrifices are directed by the rites of the Vedas, namely Sama, Yajur, Rug, and Atharva. In the Manusmriti, it is recommended that by offering or sacrifice, offerings of sacrifice on the altar of the fire, the sun god is pleased. When the sun god is pleased, he properly collects water from the sea, and thus sufficient clouds collect on the horizon and rains fall. After sufficient rains fall, there is sufficient production of grains for men and all animals, and thus there is energy in living being for progressive activity. The Malachas, however, make plans to install slaughterhouses for killing bulls and cows, along with other animals, thinking that they will prosper by increasing the number of factories and live on animal food, without caring for performance of sacrifices or production of grains. But they must know that even for the animals, they must produce grass and vegetables, otherwise the animals cannot live. And to produce grass for the animals, they require sufficient rains. Therefore, they have to depend ultimately on the mercy of the demigods, like the sun god, Indra and Chandra. And such demigods must be satisfied by a performance of sacrifice. This material world is a sort of prison house, as we have several times mentioned. The demigods are the servants of the Lord who see to the proper upkeep of their prison house. These demigods want to see the rebel living beings who want to survive faithlessly and are gradually turned towards the supreme power of the Lord. Therefore, the system of offering sacrifice is recommended in the scripture. The materialistic men want to work hard and enjoy fruitive results for sense enjoyment. Thus, they are committing many types of sins at every step of life. Those, however, who are consciously engaged in the devotional service of the Lord are transcendental to all varieties of sin and virtue. Their activities are free from the contamination of the three modes of material nature. For the devotees, there is no need for performance of prescribed sacrifices, because the very life of the devotee is a symbol of sacrifice. But persons who are engaged in fruitive activities for sense enjoyment must perform the prescribed sacrifices, because that is the only means to get free from the reaction of all sins committed by fruitive workers. Sacrifice is the means for counteracting such accumulated sins. The demigods are pleased when such sacrifices are performed, just as prison officers are satisfied when the prisoners are turned into obedient subjects. Lord Chaitanya, however, has recommended only one yajna for sacrifice, called the Sankirtana Yajna, the chanting of Hare Krishna, in which everyone can take part. Thus, both devotees and fruitive workers can derive equal benefit from the performances of Sankirtana Yajna.
Text 21. Arakshyamanam striya urvi balan shocasyathom purushadairivartan vacham devim brahmakule kukarmanya abramhyanye rajakule kulagrayan. Arkasyamana, unprotected, striya, women, urvi, on the earth, balan, children, sochasi, you are feeling compassion, atho, as such, purusha, adai, by men, iva, like that, artan, those who are unhappy, vacham, vocabulary, devim, the goddess, brahmakule, in the family of the brahmana, kukarmani, acts against the principles of religion, abrahmanye, persons against the Brahminical culture, rajakule, in the administrative family, kulagrayan, most of all the families, the brahmanas. Translation.
Are you feeling compassion for the unhappy women and children who are left forlorn by unscrupulous persons? Are you unhappy because the goddess of learning is being handled by brahmanas addicted to acts against the principles of religion? Are you sorry to see that the brahmanas have taken shelter of administrative families that do not respect Brahminical culture?
And the children, along with brahmanas and cows, will be grossly neglected and left unprotected. In this age, illicit connection with women will under many women and children uncared for circumstantially. The women will try to become independent of the protection of man and marriage will be performed as the matter of formal agreement between man and woman. In most causes, the children will not be taken care of properly. The brahmanas are traditionally untangled, intelligent men, and thus they will be able to pick up modern education to the topmost rank. But as far as moral and religious principle. Principles are considered concerned, they shall be the most falling education and bad character go ill together, but such things we will run parallel. The administrative heads as a class will condemn the a class. Tenets of Vedic wisdom and will prefer to conduct a so-called scholar slate, and the so-called educated manners will be purchased by such scribblers, administrators, even a philosopher and writer of many books in religious, principles may also accept in excellent post in a government which denies all the moral codes of the sastras. The Brahmanas are successfully resisted from accepting such service, but in this age they will not only accept, they will not they will not only accept service, but they will do so even if it is of the meanest quality. These are some of the symptoms of the Kali age which are harmful to the general welfare of human society.
Text 22, Canto 1, Chapter 16. Kim kshetra bandhun kalino pasrastan rashtrani vatai avaropitani itastato vasana panavasa stana vyavayon mukha jivalokam. Kim, whether Kshetra Bandrun, the unworthy administrator, Kalina, by the influence of the age of Kali, Upasrustan, bewildered, Rashtrani, state affairs, va are thai by them. Avaropitani put into disorder. Yatah here, tadah there, va or. Asana accepting foodstuff. Pana drink. Vasa residence. Snana bath. Vivaya sexual intercourse. Anmukha inclined. Jivalokam human society. Translation: the so-called administrators are now bewildered by the influence of this age of Kali, and thus they have put all state affairs into disorder. Are you now lamenting this disorder? Now the general populace does not follow the rules and regulations for eating, sleeping, drinking, mating, etc., and they are inclined to perform such anywhere and everywhere. Are you unhappy because of this? Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. There are some necessities of life on a par with those of lower animals, and they are eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating. These bodily demands are for both the human beings and the animals, but the human beings has to fulfill such desires not like animals, but like a human being. A dog can mate with a bitch before the public eyes without hesitation. But if a human being does so, the act will be considered a public nuisance, and the person will be criminally prosecuted. Therefore, for the human being, there are some rules and regulations even for fulfilling common demands. The human society avoids such rules and regulation when it is bewildered by the influence of the age of Kali. In this age, people are indulging in such necessities of life without following the rules and regulation. And this deterioration of social and moral rules is certainly lamentable because of the harmful effects of such beastly behavior. In this age, the fathers and the guardians are not happy with the behavior of their wards. They should know that so many innocent children are victims of bad association avoided by the influence of this age of Kali. We know from Srimad Bhagavatam that Ajamila, an innocent son of Brahmana, was walking down a road and saw a Sudra pair sexually embracing. This attracted the boy, and later on the boy became a victim of all debaucheries. From a pure Brahmana, he fell down to the position of a wretched urchin, and it was all due to bad association. There was but one victim like Ajamila in those days, but in this age of Kali, the poor innocent students are daily victims of cinemas which attract men only for sex indulgence. The so-called administrators are all untrained in the affairs of Kshatriya. The Kshatriyas are meant for administration, as the Brahmanas are meant for knowledge and guidance. The word Kshatrabandhu refers to the so-called administrators or persons prompted to the post of the administrator without proper training by culture and tradition. Nowadays, they are promoted to such exalted posts by the votes of the people who are themselves fallen in the rules and regulations of life. How can such people select a proper man when they are themselves fallen in the standard of life? Therefore, by the influence of the age of Kali, everywhere, politically, socially, or religiously, everything is topsy-turvy, and therefore, for the sane man, it is all regrettable.
Canto 1, Chapter 16, Text 23.
Yadvambate bhuri bharavatara kritaavatarasya hare daritri antarhitasya smaratir vichishra karmani nirvana vilambitani. Yadva, that baby. Amba, O mother. Te, your. Buri, heavy. Bara, Lord. Avatara, decreasing the Lord. Krita, done. Avatarasya, one who incarnated, Hare of Lord Shri Krishna. 33, O earth, Antaritasya, of him who is now out of sight, Smarati, while thinking of Vishrita, of all that were performed, Karmani, activities, Nirvana, salvation, Vilambitani, that which entails. Translation. O Mother Earth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, incarnated himself as Lord Shri Krishna just to unload your heavy burden. All his activities here are transcendental, and they cement the path of liberation. You are now bereft of his presence. You are probably now thinking of those activities and feeling sorry in their absence. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The activities of the Lord include liberation, but they are more relishable than the pleasure derived from nirvana or liberation. According to Srila Jiva Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the word used here is nirvana vilambitani, that which minimizes the value of liberation. To attain nirvana, liberation, one has to undergo a severe type of tapasya, austerity. But the Lord is so merciful, He incarnates to diminish the burden of the earth. Simply by remembering such activities, one can define the pleasure derived from nirvana and reach the transcendental abode of the Lord to associate with Him, eternally engaged in His blissful loving service.
Text 24. Idam mamakshashva tvadadimulam vasundhare yena vikarshitashi kalena vate balinam baliyassa surarchitam kim hyattamarmbha saubhagam. Idam, this, mama, unto me, achakshva, kindly inform, tava, your Adhimulam, the root cause of your tribulations. Vasundhare, O reservoir of all riches, Yena, by which Vikarshita asi, reduced to much weakness, Kalena, by the influence of time, Va, or te, your Balinam, very powerful, Baliyasya, more powerful, Sura Architam, adored by the demigods, Kim, whether, Hritam, taken away, Amba, mother, Saubhagam, fortune. Translation. Mother, you are the reservoir of all riches. Please inform me of the root cause of your tribulations, by which you have been reduced to such a weak state. I think that the powerful influence of time, which conquers the most powerful, might have forcibly taken away all your fortune, which was adored even by the demigods. Purport. By the grace of the Lord, each and every planet is created fully equipped. So not only in this earth fully equipped with all the riches for the maintenance of its inhabitants, but also when the Lord descends on the earth, the whole earth becomes so enriched with all kinds of opulences that even the denizens of heaven worship it with all affection. But by the will of the Lord, the whole earth can at once be changed. He can do and undo a thing by His sweet will. Therefore, no one should consider himself to be self-sufficient or independent of the Lord.
Text 25. Dharani uvacha bhavan hi veda tat sarvam yanmam dharmanupruchasi chaturbhir vardase yena pader lokasukhavahai. Dharani uvacha, Mother Earth replied, Bhavan, your good self, he, certainly, Veda, no, Tat Sarvam, all that you have inquired from me, Yat, that, Mam, from me, Dharma, O personality of religious principles, Anuprachasi, you have inquired one after another, Chaturbhi, by four, Vartase, you exist, Yena, by which, Padhai, by the legs, Loka, in each and every planet, Sukha avai hai, increasing the happiness. Translation. The earthly deity, in the form of a cow, thus replied to the personality of religious principles in the form of a bull. O Dharma, whatever you have inquired from me shall be known to you. I shall try to reply to all those questions. Once you too were maintained by your four legs, and you increased happiness all over the universe by the mercy of the Lord. Purport. The principles of religions are laid down by the Lord Himself, and the executor of such laws is Dharmaraja or Yamaraja. Such principles work fully in the age of Satya Yuga. In the Treta Yuga, they were reduced by a fraction of 1/4. In the Dwapar Yuga, they are reduced to 1/2, and in the Kali Yuga, they are reduced to 1/4. Gradually diminishing to the 0 point, and then devastation takes place. Happiness in the world depends proportionately on the maintenance of the religious principles, individually or collectively. The best part of valor is to maintain the principles despite all kinds of odds. Thus, one can be happy during the span of life and ultimately return to Godhead.
Text 26 to 30, Canto 1, Chapter 16.
Satyam saucham daya kshantis tyaga santosha arjavam samodhamastapa samyam titikshapi paratiha sritam Nanam viraktir aishvaryam sauryam tejo balam smriti swatantyarya kaushalam kantir dhairyam mardavamev cha pragalbhyam prasrayashilam saha ojabalam gambiryam stairyam astikyam kirtir amanona nahanki kritehi eta kanye cha bhagavan eta chanye cha bhagavan nityaryata mahagunaha pratyartya mahatvam ichha dhir naviyanti sma karhichit tenaham gunapatrena Srinivashena sampratam sochami rahitam lokam papmana kaline kshitam.
Satyam, truthful, saucham, cleanliness, daya, intolerance of others' happiness. Kshanti, self-control even if there is cause of anger. Tyaga, magnanimity. Santosha, self-satisfaction. Arjavan, straightforwardness. Samaha, fixing of the mind. Damaha, control of the sense organs. Tapaha, trueness to one's responsibility. Samyam, indiscrimination between friend and foe. Titiksha, tolerance of the offenses of others. Uparatihi, indifference to loss and gain. Shrutam, following scriptural injunction. Gnanam, knowledge, self-realization. Virakti, detachment from sense enjoyment. Aishwaryam, leadership. Sauryam, chivalry. Tejaha, influence. Balam, to render possible that which is impossible. Smriti, to find one's proper duty. Swatantriam, not to depend on others. Kaushalam, dexterity in all activities. Kanti, beauty. Dhairyam, freedom from disturbance. Mardhavam, kind-heartedness. Eva, thus. Cha, also. Pragalbyam, ingenuity. Prashtrayaha, gentility. Seelam, mannerliness. Saha, determination. Ojaha, perfect knowledge. Balam, proper execution. Bhagaha, object of enjoyment. Gambhiryam, joyfulness. Thairyam, immovability. Astikyam, faithfulness. Kirti, fame. Mana, worthy of being worshipped. Anahankrita, pridelessness. Yete, all these. Cha, Nye, also many others. Cha and Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Nityaha, everlasting. Yatra, where. Mahagunaha, great qualities. Prardayaha, worthy to possess. Mahatvam, greatness. Ichadbi, those who desire so. Na, never. Viyanti, deteriorates. Sma, ever. Karhichit, at any time. Tena, by him. Aham, myself. Gunapatrena, the reservoir of all qualities. Sri, the goddess of fortune. Nivasena, by the resting place. Sampraptam, very recently. Sochami, I am thinking of. Rahitam, bereft of. Lokam, planets. Papmana, by the store of all sins. Kalina, by Kali. Ikshitam is seen.
Translation. In him reside 1. Truthfulness. 2. Cleanliness. 3. Intolerance of another's unhappiness. 4. The power to control anger. 5. Self-satisfaction. 6. Straightforwardness. 7. Steadiness of mind. 8. Control of the sense organs. 9. Responsibility. 10. Equality. 11. Tolerance. 12. Enjoyment. 16. Leadership. 17. Chivalry. 18. Influence. 19. The power to make everything possible. 20. The discharge of proper duty. 21. Complete independence. 22. Dexterity. 23. Fullness of beauty. 24. Serenity. 25. Kind-heartedness. 26. Ingenuity. Ingenuity. 27. Gentility. 28. Proper execution. 32. Wait. 28. Magnanimity. 29. Determination. 30. Perfection in all knowledge. 31. Proper execution. 32. Positions of all objects of enjoyment. 33. Joyfulness. 34. Immovability. 35. Fidelity. 36. Fame. 37. Worship. 38. Pridelessness. 39. Being as the supreme personality of Godhead. 40. Eternity. And many other transcendental qualities which are eternally present and never to be separated from him. That personality of Godhead, the reservoir of all goodness and beauty, Lord Shri Krishna has now closed his transcendental pastimes on the face of the earth. And in his absence, the age of Kali has spread its influence everywhere. So I am sorry to see this condition of existence.
Today we read up to Canto 1, Chapter 16. text 26 to 30. We are stopping with the translation. We'll continue reading purport tomorrow. Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Mama, how come you get the long one and Daddy gets the short one? How does it matter? I don't know. We're just asking. We're the same height. We're not the same height. That's larger. No, my dad is not. My mom is not all the way to the top of that.
Shri Guru Cherana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bandamui Savadana Mate Jehara Prasadi Ba E Bhava Turiya Jai Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Ote Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Kuriya Kya Arana Kuri Ho Mani Asha Sri Guru गति ऐसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होती अविद्या विनाशा जाते वेद गाय जहाँ रचरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदा माजे नारा बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदा माजे नारा बंधु लोकाना लोकेरा जीवाना लोकाना लोकेरा जीवाना आह प्रभु कोरो दोया देहा मोरे पादा चाया आह प्रभु कोरो दोया देहा मोरे पादा चाया बेजास कुसुक त्रिभुवाना ला प्रभुपाद पतिता पावाना जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमः नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद ललितां गणाधा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री चैतन्य नित्यानंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol. Master, as the only way by which we can view devotional silence, I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, until God's submersion of my tears, suffering and after the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is a perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates. By him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, the Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread